Hi everyone, it's Christy, and today I'm doing a tutorial on stacking bracelets. Before I did the whole one on necklaces, and I thought it would be fun to do how to like style your wrists, right? So I'm a big one for lots and lots of stuff on my wrists. I find it so fun. I love things that jingle. I like the movement, and energetically this is such a great place to put healing crystals. So for those of you that don't know, I have been designing jewelry for 20 years. Many of these pieces are pieces that I've designed, and you can go to my website at christyfunk.com. Eventually, actually, I'll have a store up there. You can also visit me at christyfunk on Instagram and on Facebook, where I do post my jewelry. So anyways, I'm going to show you how to be Wonder Woman and actually put bracelets on both sides, and how you can bring things, elements that are kind of surprising but work best together. I'm definitely an advocate of surprise, right? Things that are not so precious and so perfect and so synergetic. And you know, like some of you may be super minimalist and this will be just way too much for you. But whether you're in your 20s or in your 60s, I find bracelets to be so flattering and so feminine and beautiful. So on my wrist right now, I just have a wraparound. I have my healing bracelets that I wear daily. One has a lava stone so I can put my essential oils. They have some really particular charms. I even threw this one piece in that's from a shoestring. I forgot the name of the company. I should probably know that by now. But I love that it's not expected. It's not so pristine. And so I'm going to show you some other things to put, and I'm going to grab one of my stackies. These are pieces that I've designed. I have a whole line of stackies that I sell on Facebook, and women really love them because they all have healing energies. And what we do is we create a mantra, an intention for them. So say a woman picks this piece that has a amazonite and river stone on it, and she wants to start working on some personal and spiritual things, maybe around calming her nervous system, about being better expressed. Then I find out where she's stuck. We create the intention, and I write a personalized handwritten mantra card. So the healing, she's in alignment with the healing properties of it, and is doing her daily practice to make those things come into fruition. So I'm going to go ahead and put on one of my favorite stackies, which has lapis, labradorite, river stone, there's hematite, rudraksha, chalcedony. It is packed. Now this is a great piece for transformation, reinvention, for someone that's ready to go in the world and recreate their lives. This is a very popular one. So I'm going to put the bangle on first so that you can see how this works. And I'll put the hematite on, which is a drawstring little bangle. And then I just roll on the rest. Okay, so this is the stacky that would come just like this. Really pretty, feminine. I like to put brass. I don't like it too bling bling. I like a little bit of glamour and glitz, but not too much. I like, just like when I did the video on earthing down these necklaces, you know, having a sense of glamour, but not too precious. So let's say that I want to make this just a little bit more funky and really pile it on. Maybe I'll take kind of a rock and roll mystical charm bracelet that has a crystal and some stars and medallions. I'll go ahead and put that piece on. And the color tone, you know, you just stay within the kind of like the color range, and that still looks really fun, right? So I've got a charm bracelet that was not purchased with this piece. And then let's say I want to put in something a little bit more, like a lot more. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these pieces. This is an African trading piece. This I've had for years. It's really a stunner on, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. There's some of these shells, and there you go. Like, now this is a full bracelet. This is a full wrist, and for some this may be too much. For others, you're like, oh yeah, you can use healing crystals. You can also use some kind of like more tribal pieces, more ethnic pieces on, and add a little bit of bling with a charm, and it totally works. So you can see, like, you probably wouldn't put that together if you were at the store, but if you have some statement, just like I said with my necklace pieces, with a necklace video, which you can find on YouTube. Just maybe, I don't know how to link it down. I should be able to link it down below. You can find some great, maybe like at a fair, at a, some type of like global store. If you can find something like this one also I really love on the wrist. It just kind of wraps around, and it even looks really good with the pieces I have there. Some kind of bold seed bead piece is very is lovely. Then charm bracelets. I love charm bracelets. I love charm bracelets. This is one of my favorites that I made that has a bunch of milagros. It's all sterling silver. And so I could easily put that on this wrist and it will totally work. And it adds, I like a lot of texture, once again, a lot of different feels. I love the wood, I love the seed beads, I love the crystals, I love the cloth. And so here we have something that absolutely works. So a charm bracelet, maybe you want to try something even more. Let me take this one off and show you how this works. Maybe you want something that's a little bit more bling. This is it's 1928 piece that I've had for a long time. It's very Art Deco. It's really fancy, but it will work with the right piece. If there's some darker tones, then this doesn't stand out too much and it gives just enough glam, but still being very earthy. And this is another piece that works well because it's muted. Brass definitely works. Copper, some of the more muted metals, really does wonderful job. See how great that looks together? And vintage Mexican jewelry. This was a treasure that I found at a thrift store years and years ago, and that is an instant. See how it's completely different than everything else. It has the beautiful silver work with the bold cabochon gems on there. It's beautiful. And then of course you have something like a cuff. A cuff can work. I would nestle it in between the bracelets so that it's kind of like framed with the smaller pieces. I have a hard time with cuffs because my wrist is so small, and they tend to fall off. This one happens to work okay, and that's how I would wear it. Then we have, now this is a set that I put together, which I love because it's a wraparound using the silk. And this one says, well-behaved women rarely make history. And what I love to do is put it kind of in between and have the rest of the bracelets go around it. So then you get the cloth, you get the medallion, and you get the other beads around it. So that one's interesting as well. And then bangles, lots of bangles. So you can always add a bangle. This blue one I think I got this in Greece, works. And then I could take off the charm bracelet and just keep it simple. I don't know. My stackies that I design, you can see this one's really, really beautiful. I really like this one because it's got the free spirit, it's got the feather, and it says imagine. There's some African trading beads on there and some healing stones. But you can start, I put 5 in a set because I think 5 is doable. Now you can interchange them. You can make 10 on your wrist. You can make 7. You can make 8. And you can use old things that you've had sitting in your closet. Just play with it. There are no rules, and more is more. Oops. There are no rules, and more is more. So have fun with it, and just know that, when you're choosing your jewelry, whether it's my pieces or you're working with a designer, look for designers that are using healing stones, crystals, like real gemstones, and not artificial things. Make sure if you're going with somebody that does healing jewelry, that they actually understand the healing properties of the stone and how energy works. Their energy needs to be clear, so they're not infusing their toxic stuff into your pieces, because jewelry is a very intimate relationship. You're putting it on your body, you're absorbing the energy of whoever's working those stones and those pieces for you. So I ask that you look, and maybe through referrals, you can always contact me if you want a piece made. I'm really excited to start creating like a wardrobe of jewelry for my clients so that they go in alignment with their healing journey, what they're working on spiritually, emotionally, physically. I clear all of my jewelry, even the jewelry I haven't made, out in the sun every so often. When I'm working on the pieces, I clear all the stones. Once the piece is done, it sits in the sun before it's packaged up. I actually do this kind of energy moving healing so that I clear the space for lots of light to come into the wearer who gets it. So that's my video for today. I hope it's helpful. It's a lot of fun for me. I've always loved collecting jewelry. It's one of the things that I love when I travel because it's small and it fits in a bag. And it's so much fun because you come home and you brought a piece of memory, a piece of that culture, and you get to just have so much fun. I personally prefer spending money on jewelry, making jewelry, than on clothes, because really, if you have a basic wardrobe with a little bit of color, that look at how much more this outfit changes with the jewelry that I'm wearing. I hope you like this. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Comment down below if you'd like to commission me for a healing boho wild woman wardrobe of jewelry. Please message me, and my website is christyfunk.com. Many blessings, and enjoy expressing yourself in your most authentic way. Ciao.